Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Either you win or you lose, you still have to look back and analyze what led you to the success or to the downfall. And if you don't do that, other people do that, your competition does that, and they will pick on your mistakes or your qualities, and they will use them against you, and they will use them in their favor. So when we lose a battle or we win a battle, we should always sit around and have a little inner introspection and self-introspection. Think about how meditation. Okay, let's see, what can we do next time better? Regardless if you won, far from the other one, the second place. So what's going on here? Remember, actions have consequences, decisions have consequences. Good decisions, bad decisions, good consequences, bad consequences, and you analyze why that happened. If you are interested in fixing things or make it better, it's always room to make it better. So why did I start with all this? Because we have, according to The Guardian, that young European voters flock to, quote-unquote, what they call far right. And they will not say, okay, well, we're losing, our ideology is losing, and say why. Maybe we made a mistake somewhere. What's attracting these guys? Based on what? What do they see on the other side? No, they will just point the finger, call names, and try to ban. Ban, ban, ban. No, no, no. Make it illegal. You will make this against the law and all that. Illegal that, illegal that. Now that's how tyrants do. So let me show you an article from Russia Today where The Guardian found, or at least they reported through Russia Today, that younger European voters flocking to far right. Now, far right, and they show Marine Le Pen here. Well. The media outlet has lamented that young, youthful citizens are increasingly backing, quote-unquote, xenophobic populists who prioritize their needs. Why are they xenophobic? Will they bother to look at it? Let me give them a hint. When you have a foreign population pouring in your territory, in your tribe's territory, if they coming more and more, and maybe obnoxious at one point, demanding more and more, maybe you start disliking that. Unless you're a masochist and you would like being fucked. Why? Because more and you go less, then it's going to be someone in charge of your territory. Now, if you don't care, then talk to your ancestors who lost their lives to, preserve your tribe, your nation, your territory. So anyway, could that be one of the reasons why? They're not going to look at it that way. They're going to say, no, the population is idiot or idiotic, which left or right. And then you go to these guys who are just weasels, are promoting hate. Hate. We have to ban it, make it illegal. Therefore, nobody will hate anymore. This is the toddler mentality of these infantiles with power. Child brains in adult bodies. That's what they are. Populist. Yeah, because they think about their nation. Immediately going to say nationalist, and they're going to say what the other word that you're not supposed to say with P, whatever, patriots. European voters under age 35 are increasingly supporting far-right, quote-unquote, political candidates. That's very strange. Why would the young people who, change that when they just come out of the school and the mass media and entertainment industry, where they're bombarded with images and what's good for them and what direction is good and what direction is bad? It's very interesting, to say the least, that these guys who are most immersed in the garbage promoted on them, but probably they are the most active on social media, which could show us that they are interested in all opinions, and from one thing you go to another and to another. Probably that's what it is. Probably the mass media, the mainstream garbage mass media, lost, and definitely it's lost. It's powerless. Why? Because we don't have only 5 media outlets to say the same thing, and sometimes one is saying something differently on matters that are unimportant. On matters that are important, they all say the same thing. Therefore, it's a consensus. They all say, Emil, they all say, are you saying that you know better than them? Yes. So let's go to this article. There's no reason to say you don't know less. I mean, you just listen to them. Just listen to them. And if you think those guys know best, if you think that Joy Reid, Harvard educated, Obama was educated as well, what's his name? George Bush went to Harvard as well, and other idiots, okay? So doesn't tell me that. Open your mouth so I know who you are. So you got Joy Reid, and you got what? Hannity, that guy? And I'm just going to mention, I can mention more and more. I mean, just pick them like this, and you're going to see they don't know more than we know. They are more, they have more power and more money than we have. That's true. Why? Because they say the right thing. Right thing that's expected of them. Across the continent, and I'm quoting, the image of the radical right voter, typically white, male, non-graduate, that means idiot, and above all, old, is changing, and studies, that's how they portrayed the people on the right. White, male, non-graduate, and for them that is idiot. That's how I'm just translating it for you, okay? I don't believe in that, but they do. Why? Talk to them a little bit. Above all, old, like dinosaurs, is changing, and studies suggested that in several countries, support for the far right is growing fastest among young voters, The Guardian said on Friday. Italian political scientist Catherine De Vries, told the newspaper that while many young voters aren't in ideological alignment with far-right candidates, they are swayed, by those who pledge greater livelihood security. That's the communist. What are you talking about? As their lives become more precarious. No, you see, they lie. They lie. The communists, the socialists give you a better life. You're going to have universal health care. You're going to have a job. You're going to be decently, decent. You're going to have more days of vacation. Togetherness, put together, rob the rich, redistribute something that was never distributed in the first place. When you hear this, redistribution of wealth. Did I miss when they distributed in the first place? Did you miss that? They didn't call me. I didn't get the memo. Hey, Emil, now we're going to have the distribution of wealth. When did that happen? In year 3 BCE? When did that happen exactly? When the wealth was, hey, idiots, here's the distribution. For you this, for you this, for you this, and for you this. When did that happen? So it's no redistribution. It's distribution, which is thievery. Is it thievery? Taking from some that acquired it legally, unless you can prove that they acquired illegally. And they didn't take it from you, all right? There's no, I would have had. No, it's not true. Well, this is a mistake by that guy over there, Karl Marx. I have the Capital and so on. Because, and these communists, they think that the wealth, is a pie. That's the example. It's a pie. Or they give you the pizza. What do they say? The pie. What, the hearts came out. Oh, I did this probably, and they said, holy moly macaroni. Jesus. We don't want that shit. We want something else. How is that? This is gonna show something? No. Anyway, come on, please show me. No, you don't want any more. You want no more? You got upset with me. Oh yeah, good. So, what the hell was I talking about? They took that's a pizza, and if some people get more from the pizza, left little less for the other ones. Like if the person gets richer, gets from me. No, it doesn't. Nobody stops me from write a book. And if I write a book, let's say, in which I wrote 3 of them already, let's say write a book and it has success, promote it, from whom exactly it takes the money? And you write a book, and again, it's a competition. And let's say we are both successful. We took from someone who's not successful because the people did not promote mine or yours because we know. Huh? And not only that, you create certain things like Microsoft. Let's take IBM. These guys came out of nothing. They didn't take from anybody. They were the trailblazers. They didn't take from anybody. The computers, how did they take it? The Microsoft. Come with that one. So that was wealth created from nothing. They didn't take from anybody. But anyway, you can go and full retard and then, yeah, they took it because they make you word and then distribute the wealth. Why should they? What did you contribute? Oh, I put the work. Okay, well, he opened the business. Without him, you would not be around. Well, he was. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that one right now, but we can go. So either this livelihood security comes from the socialists, communists, not from the far right. Let's put it that way. But you say, if you want to say populist, maybe, but not even. Because those are, far right is capitalism, isn't it? Considered. The Guardian noted that conservative parties are appealing increasingly to young voters in such countries as Italy, Austria, France, Germany, Sweden, and Denmark. Oh my God, why? Doesn't Sweden has 20% now immigrants over there? Germany, how much they got? France, how much? France were already as they were. Austria. These countries, if you can put them together with immigration, you might find out what I said, what I suggested as a question at the beginning of this video. I did like this, like the moose, you know, when you go hunt for moose and the moose shows up, you do like ooh, and the moose is like coming towards you to fight you, and the other guy is like, get it done. But you don't do that. That's weasel. The trend also was evident in the last week's Dutch election, in which the victorious Party for Freedom, PVV, fared even better among voters under age 35. So that's the future is theirs. It did overall. A 24-year-old, I'm not going to read that because it's a special cases. I don't like that. I don't like when these guys are putting their someone who tells the narrative to make a point, or as they used before in the articles before, they pick 10. I mean, they interviewed, let's say 100, and 100 they pick 10, and from them pick one by one, and from 10 they put 9 supporting the ideology of the newspaper and whatever they are, and 1 to be over there, like they show you. There are some problematic idiots among these guys, but the 9 were concrete, man. They were strong, man, or ball, right over there. That's how they do. But do you think they interviewed only 10? No, they interviewed 100. That's how you do. And then you pick, put it together, and then, oh, when you read, these guys, right now they do it differently. They they put tweets. Oh, when they have an issue, they say, oh, Gigi, one Twitter guy tweeted this, one other Twitter guy tweeted, and they pick whatever fits, and then an idiot or two, and they make fun of that person. I mean, they pick the person to be on the opposite, like let's say a so-called far right. They're gonna pick an idiot and say, they're not gonna say the guy is idiot, but you're gonna realize, they're gonna say, man, this guy's an idiot, and then to make, oh, the other guys make sense. I think the other guys are right. That was picked by someone, like a movie. They make movies with real actors, with real people, but they pick the people who say what they want. Remember, a movie has a script. Here, they don't have the script, they have the narrative, and they pick from the reality. When I say, well, this movie is based on the real events, I heard a lot of women told me that. Oh, well, that movie is inspired by real events. And I'm like, how much of the movie, let's say it's 2 hours, 120 minutes, how much of those 120 minutes really depict or the real whatever event? 3 seconds? The name of the guy? If they put the name of the guy doing his garbage thing in the city, it's already based on a real event. No, how much? It's important. It's real. And then from there they conflate it into, oh, there must be real because it was based on events, man, and real events. I can't tell you how many women I had the same conversation. I was like, whew, and you vote, right? Yes, with Bill Clinton is so cute. That's why you probably should. Let's move on. Again, they give us names here. However, Pavel Zepa, senior policy fellow at the European Council on Foreign Relations, said Economic insecurities are the key driving force. Nah. Why did they consider them economic insecurities? Because they claim some people took some other people's jobs, depressing the market, the labor market, into how much money you make. If I show up from Romania, right from the boat, okay, and I come and I show up in the United States of America, and let's say I'm a teacher. Let's say these guys are not protecting their education like they do, and let's say I come over here with a degree in teaching, let's say sucking things, and I come over there and I say I'm going to take an American's job of sucking things, teacher or professor. Let's say I have a doctorate from sucking things from Romania. I come to America, and a guy here with a PhD, let's say, makes about $100,000, $150,000. Let's say $150,000. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to work for $80,000. I'm going to be the same kind of professor of sucking things for 80, and the guy is 150, half, let's say. They will fire that guy, American, in a second. They're going to get the moi, je, right here. Don't you think? So that's what it is. If I come from a poorer country, I'm willing to work for much less than the native population. Why? Because I can. I don't have a boat yet. I don't have children in sports or other activities. I don't have a house payment. I don't have many other things. But you do. So you're not going to be able to compete with me. When these guys say, the Americans are not willing to work for those jobs, that's why we need immigrants. Why? I tell you the reasons. How do you think these guys manage without those guys coming and depressing the salary? That's garbage. But anyway, this guy says economic insecurities are the key driving force. Why? I just think, and I'm quoting, young voters haven't moved rightwards on migration, abortion, minority rights. Garbage. What's his name? Pavel Zerka. Smack. He said far-right parties have convinced them, that they offer a credible economic alternative. Why? I told you why, my friends. I told you why. Don't believe it? If let's say Germany would allow Zimbabweans, my friends, to immigrate, I don't know, maybe not Zimbabweans, but let's say if I could, I would get 30 million Zimbabweans. I don't even know. Let's say 30 millions if there are 30 millions. There are not 30 millions, are they? So 30 million Zimbabweans, adults, you bring them to Germany with the same education. Or you can educate them in 1, 2, 3 years, not even. For most jobs, you don't even need an on-job education. And they're going to come to Germany. You got 30 million of German-born, among them Turks. You're going to get them out of the job in a second. What are you going to do with those guys? How are you going to pay those guys? Because the Zimbabweans are going to work as hard as the other ones, but going to work half price. Now, that's a profit. And in a capitalist society, that's exactly what you want. My Deutsche Freund, get the hell out. Auf Wiedersehen, never see you again. Tschüss, bye-bye. Come here, Mr. Zimbabwean, and he's going to take your job. And then you say insecurities. Of course insecurities. And what are you going to do? People want to work. Who doesn't want to work should not eat. Isn't that what it is? You don't work, don't eat. Nobody owes you anything. But hey, he took it from you somehow. We can make that connection. But hey, the far right convinces people. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.